So now we're gonna do Game Club.
Yeah, now we'll do Game Club.
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, each week we talk about a level or a segment or a timed interval of a game, and then we discuss it between us and between you guys in the chat. If you want to join us live and have your experiences read out on the stream and we can discuss about them, you can head on over to twitch.tv/streamvoidpod. And if you can't make it live, then every week there will be a Discord thread about the chapter. And you can post your experiences there, and we'll talk
questions,
about those as well.
whatever,
or questions or whatever. Yeah. So every when it gets closer to the podcast, I will put a new thread in the Discord, and there's a link down below to the Purple Room Studios Discord, and you can get in there and talk about your experiences on the chapter that we are currently playing.
Yes.
So because we are doing the Outer Worlds, we are doing it by main storyline quest. So as much faffing around as you want to do, but only up until you complete the first quest.
Which, first main story quest.
Yeah, first main story.
Because there's lots of quests.
There's lots of quests.
Yes.
Let me start off by saying, I'm enjoying this game a lot.
Me too.
I am having a really hard time putting it down.
Me too. And I don't know if it's just because we're coming off of a game we both didn't like, even though we're on the wrong side of history with.
Yeah.
The Plague Tale Requiem. But like this is just like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, yes.
So I will say I have played this whole first section before.
Yeah?
Well, when it came out, it was on Game Pass. So I did play it on stream.
Yes, I remember now.
But I was bullied by my chat to be evil. So they're like, kill that guy. And I kind of did it. And then it kind of like ruined the experience for me.
Yeah.
But I did play through the whole. I didn't do all the side stuff and everything, but I did like get off the planet.
Yeah.
And that a little bit into the next section as well. But that was like 2 years ago. So like I remembered, but I didn't really remember.
Yeah.
And you know, it's been updated and stuff since then. So it's sort of like, you know, a better experience overall.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Well, I'll mention this now anyways. I was going to say Cyberpunk. There's 2 choices in that one you can play with ray tracing on or off.
Yeah.
I turned it off because it was 30 frames a second with ray tracing. So I was like, I'll do performance and take 60, get rid of the ray tracing. Still looks great, but not as good.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. So in true kind of Fallout style fashion.
Yeah.
Because this game is made by the people who made
Fallout New Vegas. Yeah.
Character creation happens, at the start.
Yeah.
During the storyline.
Yeah.
Where you are getting woken up on a
cryogenic sleep of a frontier ship, basically.
Yeah, a colony ship
that's been lost. Well, you find out later it's been lost for like 80 years.
Yeah,
like
75, 80 years, somewhere around there.
So what's his name? Phineas?
Yeah, Phineas, I believe.
He is like trying to rescue us off the ship, but he only has time to rescue one person, and it's me.
Yeah, wow.
I was rescued. So he escapes the like space police and takes us to whatever. I don't know where. We're in an asteroid field or something. I don't even know. I guess we're orbiting the planet we're above. I can't even remember the name of this planet.
I think we're pretty far away because no one's ever seen or heard of this ship in 70 years.
Well, the frontier ship. But I mean, once he's rescued us, he takes us to the planet that we're on.
Yeah.
Because he ejects us out of the space pod.
Yeah. So we get injected with a concoction of drugs that are meant to keep our 80, 100-year-old body functioning.
Yeah.
But there aren't any more of those drugs. So he's tasked us with going out and finding those drugs.
I missed that part. I didn't know. That's why we were doing this.
Oh, yeah. So we can get the rest of the people off the colony ship.
Okay. I didn't know that. Them. I thought he was just defrosting us.
So tell me about your character.
Okay. Well, I'm a lady character because I'm always a lady.
Of course.
My original thing was I wasn't sure like how I was going to play it. I streamed it when I did it. So I pulled up a D&D alignment chart and I went through all the listings to be like what I was going to be. Because usually when I play these sort of morality type games, I'll play as a good guy.
Yeah.
And then I'll play a second time as like the bad guy because the bad guy's choices are usually, well, historically when I would play a game like this, the bad guy choices are usually funnier.
Yep.
So like in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, it'd be like, it'd be good. And then the second time it'd be like, yes, I'll agree with whatever HK-47 says. So I was kind of like, well, what kind of character? So I'm kind of playing it like I'm looking out for myself and my friends, and I will be lawful, sort of like I'll sort of be like go with the side of law, except I'm anti-corpo. So fuck the corporations, because this game everyone is like in an like what's that movie? Idiocracy? Everyone is like an idiocracy.
Yeah.
Where they're stupid as hell, and it's like, oh, you're feeling sick? Well, go to work, because the harder you work, the better you'll feel.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, Brawndo has nutrients or electrolytes that plants crave. So I'm like, fuck the corporation. I'm gonna go anti-corp, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll work for them, but if I have a way to screw them over, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way I've been. And my stats are just, I don't even really remember what I did for my stats. More like guns with sort of using my personality for like conversation choices and stuff like that. What's your character like?
So my name's Johnny.
Oh,
On Earth, I went to school to be
Oh,
a
yeah.
medical doctor.
That's right. You can choose your different roles.
Yeah.
I'm a dirt farmer.
Yeah. I went to school to be a medical doctor, but you know, it's tough out there. Pay back student loans. I was a barista.
Oh, yeah. Oh, barista. Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
So my intelligence is max.
Okay, wow. Holy. So you're like 2 on everything except max intelligence?
No, I'm 2 on dexterity, 1 on something else, and then max intelligence.
Wow. My character's name is Vanessa. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, using my barista skills
Uh-huh.
on the planet, I was able to do a lot of stuff.
Okay,
Persuading
interesting.
people, just, you know, generally extracting information out of
Yeah,
people.
there was a few times I was like, my stats aren't high enough. This sucks.
So down on the planet, we take the pod down, and
Yeah.
we are supposed to meet up with this captain
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
Yeah.
And it turns out that he is standing right next to the pod calling
the
device,
beacon, yeah.
the beacon,
Yeah.
and so the pod comes down and crushes him. He's
Very
just dead.
much like Wizard of Oz vibes here. Where it's
Yeah.
like, you crushed her. The Wicked Witch is dead. I mean, he wasn't the Wicked Witch, but his legs are sticking out of
Yeah.
underneath. So it's very funny that way.
And then it's, you know, tutorial, go through,
Yeah.
learn how to fight,
Learn how to
things,
crouch, learn how to
do this
run.
stuff,
yeah, learn how to loot, all that stuff.
And then you come out
Mhm.
of there's like a corpo guy soldier in a cave. He's
Yeah.
like, oh man, the bandits,
Yeah.
I can't get any further. And so I convince him. I'm like, hey man, just give me your gun, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did too.
And so I got his gun, blasted some space
crates.
crates, and walked outside.
So that's the way I'm playing my character too. Is like, I'm not going to screw over this guy, because you could tell this guy like, hey, you could go fight those guys.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? You can do it. I'm not going to convince someone to go on a suicide mission.
Yeah.
But if it's like the giant corporation, I'll fuck him over. So he worked for the corpo, but he's just like,
He's just a dude.
you can't punish him. He doesn't know any better.
No, that's true.
So, did you heal him or anything? Like you can.
I'm a doctor.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. So, this game I think only runs on 30 frames per second on Xbox. So, I could be wrong, but I mean, I didn't have really that much trouble looking at it. Like before, when I'd play console games, and it's just like, yeah, it's whatever, no problem. But then I play on PC, and now I'm used to like, 200 frames a second and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you kind of look at it and you're like, ugh. But it kind of was a little bit, maybe it's like more than 30, but it's not 60. I don't know. The design of this planet, it's like alien, very cool, like puffball plants and like little creatures running around and all this stuff.
So
The designs are very interesting.
yeah,
Anyways.
let's talk about the graphics for a second here.
Okay.
Fallout,
Mhm.
New Vegas,
Yeah.
dark,
Brown.
gross.
Brown.
Everything's just like post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
and disgusting.
Brown.
The Outer Worlds, super bright, super colorful.
Yeah.
Everything looks great.
Yeah.
It's all like, everything. There's just colors popping everywhere and all that stuff.
So if you play like Fallout 4, they sort of got rid of the brown Fallout color palette.
Yeah.
Now it's like the sky's blue and you see flowers and everything, because that was the big complaint about Fallout 3 and 4. It's like it's all brown, it's all black, it's all dirty. There's like no colors or anything, and they totally went the other way with that. But yeah, this game is just, it's Alien Planet, of course.
Yeah.
Like, of course the bird's gonna be bright pink. Like, come on.
Yeah. Nine Arsons is also playing along with us. He made a character. Her name is Dior, who
Ooh,
was
sexy.
also a barista.
Oh, I see. Everyone loves coffee.
Yes. He's also loving the game. Got lost on the side stuff. I mean, we all
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Took
for
4
sure.
hours of playing to get through the first chapter.
I
it took
think that
me-
was about the same for me.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what I did because it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I go out of the thing. The ship is right there. Like you go out of the cave, the ship is right there. You're like, okay, well, that's gonna end the chapter, so I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, really?
I bank hard left.
Oh my
I go
god.
out, bandit camp.
Yeah.
There's an old colony there and bandit camp. And
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on here? So I blast some bandits.
Well, that was at the geothermal plant?
No, not the geothermal
Okay.
plant. There's another little place there
Okay.
where it's just
yeah.
there's just some bandits, and I'm like, I just
That's
follow
where you
them
go
and
to do the
blast them.
quest and you gotta get a finger from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So before you get that quest, you can't. There's no guy there to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the finger from. And so I went. I'm just like bumming around before going because there's the city of what is it called? It's the Saltuna plant.
Edgewater?
Edgewater, yeah.
Yeah.
I stay out of Edgewater. I don't go in Edgewater.
Yeah.
I get to the Gravedigger. I grab his quest. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
you
Gotta
know.
go get the money from
gotta
all
go
the
get the money,
guys for
yeah.
their grave sites.
And so I go and I go up. There's some bandits. They're tough.
Yeah.
I can't kill them.
Near the community center.
Near the community center. I go
Yeah.
left. There's the geothermal
Yeah.
plant. I get in there. I get blasted.
Yeah.
And then I walk back out. Or I don't walk back out, but I can't walk back out.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk. There's right in between there. There's some of the
Primals?
primals.
Yeah.
So I managed to kill them,
Mhm.
and they drop a light machine gun
Oh, nice.
and a lot of ammo.
Nice.
So then I'm like, maybe I can go to the geothermal plant now. Go in there, blast everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's
yeah.
just gone.
Yeah. That's so hilarious that you did that. I knew because when we were choosing this game, we like to choose a game where it's like we can play a certain amount, we know where we are, then we can talk about what we did in that segment.
Yeah.
If we're playing like an open world game like this, it's tough because it's like, well, what do we do?
Yeah, exactly.
I went to this town, you went to this town. So I did look to see what was the first quest, and I knew like the first quest was to get off the planet.
Yeah.
Which you could do in like an hour.
Yeah.
If you just straight shotted, went, talked to the guys you needed to do what you needed to do, and you can leave. I knew it would only take an hour. So I knew like going to the ship was not the end of the chapter. But that's hilarious that that's what you did. Because once you go to talk to the ship, it gives you a sub quest to complete the main quest.
Yeah. So I had done everything that I could do before doing that.
So you did everything else before you went to the ship?
Yeah.
So how did it change for like when you talk to people afterwards? Because then you could ask them like, hey, I want to get a part for my ship. You just didn't have that option before?
I didn't have that option. I was just like, oh, here's the part. See ya.
Oh, you did it all? You had it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you skipped. So wow. So you literally went and talked to Hobson, got the quest to go shut down the geothermal plant, did all that stuff,
Yeah.
just got a part, and you're like, I've got a part? Like, what's it for? Did they not say anything? Like, how did the quest go? Because like when I went...
I didn't have the quest to get the part yet, but I had cleared everything out to do that quest.
Yeah.
So I could go and grab it from where I needed to grab it from without having to do any of the other quests.
Okay, so you did the quest, went to the ship,
Yeah.
and then it was like, I need the part, and then you could get the part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nine Arsons decided he would try and walk on lava. I didn't try and walk on lava. How did that go?
I did not walk on the
Oh, he
lava.
died in a few seconds. There's
seconds.
a little spot where it looks like you can jump over to the other side. And
Yeah.
I spent a little time trying to jump
Okay.
over there.
So that's so crazy. Wow. So like, you didn't have the option to... Did you talk to Hobson before you did before you got the quest to get the part?
Yeah, I had... So
like,
do
okay.
the geothermal shutdown.
Yeah.
For rerouting the power to whichever.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so go ahead.
When you go up to the deserters, so the whole place is there's the factory farm, the factory town,
Yeah.
and you have to be part of that factory town. You have to do work and whatever. And so there's a whole ton of deserters that have gone up to the north where there's a greenhouse and they started growing, all their food and whatnot.
Mock
rather than-
apples.
yeah, mock apples without having to rely on the Saltuna plant. And there's no tuna in Saltuna. It's all just like sprouts. These like little green frog-looking things that they've been throwing them in the thing. Did you see that? If you go up in the Saltuna plant, that's what they're using. They're using those little green wrote things.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No,
there's
I didn't
no tuna
see
in
that.
Saltuna.
Ew, that's gross. Okay, so when you said you just went and got the part, it was because you already went in the geothermal plant and
Yeah,
everything
I had
was
already done that
dead.
quest.
Everything was dead.
Everything. Yeah, I
So
had
you could
cleared
just
the
go
geothermal
in
part.
and pull the switch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So so this is one of the big quests of the area is to support the separatists or to support Edgewater.
Yes.
And so
Corpo or independent.
Yeah. So 9 Arsons chose to support the gardening area by cutting off power to Edgewater, which I'm assuming you did as well.
I did as well.
Yeah. So I didn't.
No, you didn't?
I cut off the power to the garden.
Oh, wow.
And then I went back up to talk to what's his face?
The girl?
No, the guy, like the head of the corp.
Oh, Hobson.
Yeah. And I was like, you run a really fucked up ship here. I think you should leave.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I did really screw everything up. I'm going to leave.
Oh, really?
And all the deserters came back to the city.
Oh my God. So, like, what's her name? Was she in charge then?
Yeah, she's in charge now.
Oh my God. That's crazy. No, I shut off power to the city. Hobson was like, you really fucked me over. And I'm like, well, I'm here to take my part. And he's like, well, my guards are here, shoot to kill. So I went in there, the guards started shooting me, and then Hobson started shooting me, so I blew him away too. I killed them all, I took their part. And then everyone in the city's just like, the power's out. Well, I wonder when it's going to turn back on.
Did you get his key card to go into his back room?
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember looting it off him, but...
Because he's got that back room that needs the key card, and I couldn't get in there.
No, maybe that doesn't exist. It could be just like a thing, but I don't know. I'd have to look in my inventory. I don't remember getting one. In the chat here, we have the tank. He says, like, Mikey does everything. Curb does minimal required. No, I did everything. I just did it while I did the story missions.
I
might have missed
some
something,
stuff.
But I did try to do everything.
Yeah.
So
when we get this quest from Hodson to do the geothermal, we pick up our first follower, and that's
Pavardi.
Yeah.
Who's like an engineer who's lived on the planet her whole life, basically.
And it's interesting, too, because I did everything first before going up there. I had to hold, all this stuff. And then when she joined the party, there were so many different dialogue options from people like chatting with her.
Oh, yeah. That happens when you pick her up and walk around in the city afterwards, too. Like, you'll go into the shop and she'll, I'm not allowed in there, actually.
Yeah. I think that's really cool that the companions have all their own backstory.
That's kind of standard in these type of games. Like, that happened in Fallout and stuff like that, too. And even
Nine Arson says this is the kind of game that leaves thinking if you don't look everywhere, you'll miss something. I was looking under every log, rock, grass, and in the water.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But in like games like Dragon Age, where you have more than one follower, they all have separate dialogues between the different characters and stuff. So it adds a lot. You learned a bit about Pavardi and how her dad worked on the planet. Her mom got pregnant, but she wasn't she was under contract and not allowed to have a kid. So they took her from her mom and gave her to her dad. So she's been working as this engineer on the planet her whole life. Tank hates Pavardi. I don't know why Tank hates Pavardi, but he does. But I used Pavardi the whole time. I recruited the Vicar.
Yeah.
Max.
Yep.
No, wait.
Yeah, Vicar Max.
And you recruited someone else, didn't you?
No. That's the Vicar Max.
So, what? You sent me a screenshot, and it looked like you had 3 companion names.
No, I've only got 2.
So what did I see? Why did I
don't
see
know.
3 names?
I was like, oh, so I've got a companion you didn't get. I was
thought
wondering
there was
if it
3 names there. I wish I still had that snap chat.
Yeah, no, there's only 2. Maybe there's 3, but that's because
I thought you showed me a picture and it looked like there was 3 names up top, but maybe I misread it.
There might be 3 that I haven't. Nine Arsons insulted the vicar, and got the book for him, but told me he's an idiot.
I mean, I did more or less too, where I was just like, your religion is dumb. But
there's another.
Joined me.
There's another quest.
Mm-hmm.
If you go down to the dock. Like the space dock.
Yeah. Oh,
you can talk to the guy and he's like, kill the robot that's in the thing.
And you can pick up some sort of part for destroy the robot rebellion or something like that. Yeah, that was you had to talk to him because he was one of the guys that had a gravesite.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do like that about that because it sort of leads you around to different areas.
Mm-hmm. Did you kill the robot?
I think so.
I'm a super genius. I repaired the robot.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
My engineering was that high enough that I could repair the robot, and then when you're in the geothermal plant, the robot helps you to fight the other robots.
Wow, that's crazy. But you had killed them all?
I had killed everyone before going into the restricted area because you need to talk to what's his face to get into the restricted area.
Right, Hobson.
Yeah, Hobson.
No, I didn't. I don't even think I talked to it. I think I just blew it away.
Oh yeah, I knew it was like it was wandering around, so I talked to it, and he was like, oh, "I need to find the repair bay."
I think I just shot on sight.
Shoot to kill.
I think so. So, my next question is did you get any of the what would you call it? The sort of ambient negative effect that unlocks a perk?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved it.
What did you get?
I was getting shot by plasma a lot, so I have plus 25% plasma damage taken.
But you get an extra perk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a different one.
Yeah.
I got hit by primals too much.
Oh.
So now I'm getting attacked by a primal. I get negative to like 2 stats, but I got a new perk.
Wow. 9 Arsons took the same plasma perk.
I didn't get shot by enough plasma to get that one.
I got shot by a lot of plasma.
I got the one for getting punched the shit out of by primals because I was like, oh, let me go over here, and it's like, holy fuck, these primals are beating the shit out of me. And then it gave me this ambient perk thing, which was very cool. It was very surprising. I was like, oh, that's a cool feature. And I was like,
no, I like that.
Is there going to be primals on another planet? I was like, I don't think so. I'm like, I'll take this for sure. So that was very cool.
Yeah. So in the middle of the map, so you saw the snap of the armor I'm wearing.
Yes.
In the middle of the map, there's the bandit ringleader, whatever the frig. And he has that armor on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 16 armor.
I went into the primal, like...
The nest,
and I found like this crazy rad gun down there. But that was like the last thing I did on the planet. So I was like, man, I wish I had this gun like that's 3 hours
the
ago.
Named light machine gun.
Yeah.
So there are 3 named weapons that I found on this planet.
Okay. Yeah, I found that, and I found like a melee weapon. And I think I found one other one too, but I can't remember what their names were. But that LMG was the only one where I was like, fuck, I wish I had this like an hour or 2 hours ago. Because it was way better than what I was carrying.
9 Arson says he's so anti-corp like you that he's 100% negative with Spacer's
Dude, I don't know how you got 100% negative because I'm still like revered by Spacer's Corp. So, I mean, I did all the other stuff. You know, I got all the fingers. I did that quest. I did the like... what else? What other quests were there? I got maybe it was because I got the antidote for the guy, but I didn't give it to him. I gave it to the girl instead. The medicine from the community center.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it to the woman, not the guy. I can't remember their names.
I only found the one person, so I gave it to the guy.
Well, when I did it, he's like, hey, can you get me this? I've got the plague, whatever. Get me this stuff. And as soon as I walked out, maybe you misheard it because it doesn't open as not misheard it, but maybe you didn't hear it. When you leave the building, a woman is like, hey, why don't you talk to me about that? I got a better deal for you. And then you go talk to her, and she's in the alleyway.
So I already had the medicine.
Oh, so when you opened the quest, he was like, oh, yeah, I've got it. And you just gave it to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I should have given that to someone else.
Yeah. So he'll use it on himself, but if you give it to the other woman, she'll distribute it among the most needy.
Oh.
That was the other reason I didn't like the corp. It's like, oh, the most valuable people get the medicine. It's like, no, the most vulnerable get the medicine.
Yeah.
Like, if you're already strong and you'll probably survive, you don't need the medicine.
9 Arson says he killed everything.
I got the book for Victor. I recruited him. I didn't use him. I like Pavardi.
You can use both.
What?
Yeah, you can have 2 companions.
Well, I got Victor as like one of the last things I did. Yeah. So he's like, I'll go wait at the ship. And I was like, oh, sounds good to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, once you go on the ship and you go off again, you can pick him as well.
See, I haven't left the ship.
I
haven't left the ship. Crazy. I wasn't too sure Pavardi was going to join me.
Oh.
Because when you leave after talking, I think her name's Adelaide, in charge of the like resistance people. They're not resistance, but whatever.
Deserters.
She's like, you know what? Like, there's a lot of hardworking people in Edgewater, and like, I think Adelaide is she's just doing this to get back at Edgewater. It's not something that is like altruistic, or she's doing it for the greater good. She just has a vengeance out.
Yeah.
I was like, well, too fucking bad. I'm giving the power to the resistance people. But she was fine with it. And when we got to the ship, she's like, I'd sure like to work for you.
Yeah.
So I let her join me on the ship.
And Nine Arson says, I love how you can insult the people with their answers.
Yeah, and they usually don't understand it. They're so stupid in this game.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying the gunplay. I'm enjoying the exploration. Obviously, much smaller game than Fallout and New Vegas and stuff like that.
I really like that every planet is small. It's compartmentalized. So you can go off and it doesn't feel like you have a million things to do. You know that there's a finite little map.
Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, even in Fallout and stuff, it's sort of split up by zones. Like, you know, you're in the downtown of like Boston and Fallout, whatever. And, you know, you're in this area and they're sort of split up, but they're no like, it's like no loading screens between it, really. Yeah.
Very similar to the chapters of Halo is what
says. Less flood, though.
Way less flood.
So
I picked up... So you can mod your armor with armor things at a workbench, same with your guns, and you can tinker your guns so that they get better and better and better for bits. And I found I have a mod on my armor that gives me plus 5 meters to highlight range for items. Yeah. Which is like, it's so good when you're running around in the dark. It's like, oh, there's an item way over there. There's an item way over there. I can just go up there and loot that.
So did you play this on Steam Deck?
No.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's on Game Pass, and I can't get Game Pass to work on the deck.
Right.
So I'm playing on PC.
Mouse and keyboard?
No, with controller.
Oh, wow. Controller. Crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm playing on the couch, man. It's
great. Oh, right. Okay.
I'm playing on my RTX 2060.
Nice.
With the 5600X.
Nice.
And it's like Ultra. Recommended Ultra. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And man, it looks so nice.
I should, you know what? Look and see if it's got cross save and just play one section on the PC.
Yeah, you should.
I'll check that out and see. What was I going to say? Is your wife watching you play?
No, not really.
Not really. I was going to see what she thought about the story or anything. I've laughed a few times. I've enjoyed the story. I've been reading everything. Like if I find a terminal, I'll read all the emails and shit. That also helped me become very anti-corpo with the stuff. Like if you read the things in the geothermal plant, you can read how they basically made the robots go crazy to kill everybody.
Yeah.
To like, it was insurance maybe? I can't even remember what it was, but it was like intentionally done by Spacer's Choice to kill everybody there.
Yeah.
It's like, man, fuck these guys. But I've liked it a lot. There's a few things, like I found the trading cards. And I was like, oh, trading card. There's like collectibles in this game, but then it's like, no, it's still just junk.
No, but there are collectibles.
Such as?
The old saber. Did you find the old saber? Yeah, there's an old like fencing saber you can get, and that is displayed in someone's room.
Where did you find that?
It's just down there somewhere.
Oh.
There's a couple of things you can get.
Maybe I did find it, and I just didn't look around the ship. Like, once I got on the ship, it was like, okay, I'm leaving the planet. I know that's the end of the chapter. I'm done playing.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll look around and see.
Yeah, look around. Because once, it's a collectible. There's a couple collectibles.
Okay.
I thought if you go into your quest items, you can see stuff when you're on your ship. As soon as you go in, look at your quest items on there and see what's in there.
Okay. I'm wondering if they're going to have like loyalty missions in this game like they have in other sort of games like this. Yeah. Like in Mass Effect, there'd be like the ones that you do that you get to know the character and then be like, oh, I really need help like with this, and you'll go do a quest. So I'm wondering if the more you use them, the more they sort of, you'll get a quest like that. I hope so. That adds a lot to it.
Yeah. With what I like about the companions is that they give you a boost into your stats if you pick the right perks for them.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
Yes. I found Pavarti was dying a lot when I first got her.
Yeah.
Like every time, every battle, she's just immediately down. So I immediately boosted her health up.
I have her set to defense.
I have her to shoot from range when she's near me, basically.
She's set to shoot from range, but she's also defensive. So unless I say, hey, go in there and fight stuff, she won't go in there.
Oh yeah,
But
and
yes, they die.
I finally unlocked the ability to actually tell her to do her special ability, but I forgot to ever actually do it. I forgot right the first thing you do, the quest. Well, you didn't do it because you were like, I'm avoiding the spaceship. But
Yeah.
the first thing you do is you talk to the Spacers Corp woman, who's like, "Is this your spaceship or whatever?"
Oh yeah.
And then you have to fight the scavengers.
Yeah. I did that.
Or marauders.
Marauders, yeah.
And that was the first real fight in the game.
Yeah.
And I immediately died. I would just ran up, guns blazing, and I died. And I was like, okay, I must have to play this a little smarter than this.
So I'm a barista. I was just like, why don't you go down there?
No.
And they just went flying down there.
Blown away?
Yeah, they got blown away.
No, I don't send people out on suicide missions. I knew they were going to die, so I was like, I'll take care of it. Plus, it's EXP for me. I died one other time too, I think, but I don't remember exactly what did it.
Night Arsonist forgot to use his time slow at first.
Oh yeah, me too. But when you start to really remember to do it, it's like, wow, fighting the primals and just shooting the big guy's 2 arms out. He moves so slow afterwards.
You can do that?
Yeah, it's one of the things you can do critical shots to people. So
you're right,
when you're slowed down, it'll like glow. So I shot out both his arms, and he'd just be like hobbling after me. So then I could totally unload on him. But yeah, switching between like the assault rifle and the shotgun when he got up close and just blowing his arms away really helped it a lot. So the other thing I like is there's not like 50 trillion types of loot. Like you see a shelf and there's all cups and shit on it.
Yep.
You can't grab them all like in Fallout where you can just steal everything.
Yeah.
But there's no like sort of, there is a, crafting system, but it's not like Fallout where it's like, oh, you need metal, so you need to get a metal cup.
Yeah. I haven't seen any crafting yet.
Well, you can work on the workbench.
Can you craft on the workbench?
Well, you can make ammo and stuff, can't you?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm not remembering right.
Nine Arsons asked if we use sword or melee at all.
Did I? I think I might have right at the start, but no.
Yeah,
if someone runs up to me and they're close up, it's just like, okay, I'll shoot at you close range.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing dodging enough that makes me want to use a sword.
No.
And everything more or less just...
But there is a dodge mechanic in the game.
Yeah, I'm not a huge dodge mechanic fan. It doesn't work too well to me. I just would be like, okay, they're next to me. Well, here's the shotgun. Enjoy this shot. But I have done a bunch of leveling up and stuff like that. I like the way the level up system works, where each skill has like 3 sub skills, and at the low level you can just choose this main skill, and it levels up all 3 until they get to 50.
Yeah.
Then you have to do it individually. So you have accelerated growth early game, and then late game allows you to specialize more.
Yeah.
So
says he's got a pile of food and doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, the food doesn't really do too much yet, but eventually you'll unlock the ability to add an item to your stim with your higher medical. Maybe you have that already.
I don't.
There'll be a slot to add it with your stim, so when you heal, you'll actually like get a buff at the same time.
Interesting. So all that food I put in a fridge on the ship.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just was carrying it and like... I mean, there's a few times I got unencumbered, but then I took the perk that added 50 extra pounds, and it was like, man, I can carry everything now.
Yeah, I was getting encumbered all the time. I was
I was a bit
scrap weapon, because I went around and just murdered all the marauders.
Yeah, I started to just scrap them as I picked them up. I wasn't even putting them in my inventory, so I just scrapped them on their body.
You can do that?
Yeah,
scrap it right on their body.
Yeah, there's one button. It'll say like pick up with hold X or X to pick. Hold X to pick up. Well, I guess you're playing controller. X to pick up an item, X to pick them all up, and then like B to scrap it. So, you have to have a high enough skill to do so. There you go. There you go.
Well, my engineering is at a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did everything. I don't know that I don't know. There might be something I missed or something like that. I definitely didn't see the Saltuna like being made of the Oglops or whatever they are.
Yeah. If you go, did you fight the Marauder commander?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, He's right in the middle of the map almost.
Is he the one where it's like where there's like a dead or like a campsite or something like that?
It's more like a crashed ship freighter kind of deal.
I mean, I probably did. I don't know.
Yeah, he's right there, right in the middle of the map. and you get crazy armor from him. That's like 16 armor, but it
Okay.
also gives you +5 to heavy weapons.
Oh yeah.
There's also a named Sprout underneath the landing pad.
Okay.
And so if you go underneath there and kill him, he's huge.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. You mean where what's his name is the old guy, the robot hater?
Yeah. So
I killed that guy.
Yeah, you go underneath there and kill him.
Yeah. I killed that guy.
And then there's people like digging up We're digging up salvage, but now they're dead.
Yeah. I might just go run around the planet again just to see. Or now that I know you can take 2, I want to go back to the town with the Max and see if he says anything when he goes into a shop or whatever.
Yeah. I won't spoil that for you.
Oh, wow. Well, I know he's going to say something, but I don't know what he's going to say. I'm not expecting anything earth-shattering, but it'll be interesting anyways to see what he says and just do a tour around, see if there's anything else I missed or whatever. But yeah, I'm loving it a lot.
Yeah, me too. I had a hard time putting it down.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, I should play some more. But I was like, I haven't talked about it yet. And I don't want to get it all jumbled up in my head and be like, this is, this was in that next part or whatever. So I stopped as soon as I got on the ship and we flew away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play it tomorrow and do my whole segment since I don't work. Get it all knocked out of the game here.
Yeah. Nine Arsons says he's very religious. Didn't want to hear anything that Vickers had to say. The Vickers.
Yeah, but it's like not a real religion. So it's like kind of interesting to see what they've created as their fake religion.
And he's a scoundrel anyway.
Yeah,
he was a vicar in prison and learned how to do all kinds of hacking and stuff like that. Yeah, he's not a.
When you recruit him, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm good at hacking computers.
And I really like melee weapons.
Yeah,
I really like to smack people with a tossball stick.
Exactly.
So I was like, oh, I got an excellent quality tossball stick.
Exactly. This makes me like excited for the next one.
Yeah. Because
they've announced it.
Oh.
There's already the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
But we don't know when it's coming yet.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm going to assume it's going to be more. Like, I think it'll be a little wider.
Yeah.
And I think, like, this is the first section. So I think this area is probably a little smaller than the other areas, but I don't know. We'll see anyways. But I'm totally loving just checking everything out and, like, reading everything and, learning more about the world and everything like that. So the one thing is when the ship takes off from the planet, I was like, man, this totally reminds me of the Mandalorian ship when it was beat the shit up. Just all like rinky dink falling apart, smoking and everything. So yeah, very, very cool. And I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah.
Nine Arsons is also enjoying it. Spent 4 hours for the first time. Easy to get lost in the game doing fun stuff. Like,
I might even do it tonight. I don't know. Like start tonight.
Oh yeah, I've already started.
That's cheating, dude. You're not allowed to. You have to curtail your emotions and only play the required amount. Okay?
Oh, well, the required amount gets even bigger.
Perfect.
No, well, I don't know if it gets bigger, but the unrequired amount gets
a lot
bigger.
The side stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The side stuff I would assume would get more and more.
Yeah.
I was hoping I got Hobson's hat.
Oh.
But you don't get it. Like in Fallout, you would have his hat.
Yeah.
Like you would be able to loot his hat.
I had a chef's hat on the Vicar for a while.
A chef's hat?
Yeah, you get a chef's hat. Give him
Where?
+1 to melee damage.
Where?
+5 to melee.
Where did you get a
I don't know where
chef's
I
hat?
got it from.
I never saw a chef's hat.
It's like, yeah, you had a chef's hat.
Oh, the ship ADA, is that her name?
Yeah.
She'll only talk to the captain. So she sort of like reprograms herself to be like, well, if I issue an identification card that says you're the captain, you must be the captain, correct?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I guess so. So I'm Captain Hawthorne now, even though my name's Vanessa. Yeah, I like Vanessa it a lot. Hawthorne. I'm liking it a lot. I am noticing on Xbox though, there's like some weird ghosting when you turn. So you'll see like the edge of a building, it'll be sort of ghosted out like that.
Oh.
It's not because of like I turned off like what's it called that you always turn off of? Like
motion blur?
Yeah, I turned that off. Got to turn the motion blur off.
Yeah, I've got that off too. But everything else is just cranked to the nuts.
Yeah, I might see if I can. I mean, I'd like to play on my Xbox though, but maybe I can do like
cross save,
or maybe just see what it looks like. I I kind of feel my Xbox would look better than my computer because I still only have a 2060 in there.
I mean, that's all I'm using too, and I can play it on
I
ultra.
got 16 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And some sort of processor that I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we've got my upstairs machine is comparable to yours.
All right, but I think that like when I would compare like Grounded on my Xbox to PC, like the Xbox looked better.
But so. I am also playing at 4K at UHD.
Oh, wow,
so.
wow. Yeah, there's that too.
So if you're playing at 1080, you should be able to run it just fine too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I highly recommend it. Very nice change after the Plague Tale Requiem.
Yes. Tank's like, when the ship is like, I can only accept my captain, and hints that you should just lie to it.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Yep. She reminded me of, what's the computer on Red Dwarf?
Oh, Holly.
Yeah. She reminded me of Holly, except like Holly moves or whatever. But just sort of the attitude and like what she said, I was like, wow, this reminds me of Red Dwarf. I'm sure they took inspiration from all that probably, sort of stuff too. But I was like, oh yeah, this reminds me of Holly. So I'm loving it a lot.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
It's super fun. I am definitely going to play more today.
Yeah, I think I will too, actually.
And try not to finish the second quest.
I mean, you got to eventually.
I know, but right now, I won't talk about it.
Okay. All right. No spoilers.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but a lot of stuff is coming towards that.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Like, oh my God. Yeah, it's
Mikey T, I can't believe how excited he is about this game. That's so crazy.
I know, it is weird. Like, I was...
Single player game. Mikey T's got a huge chub on.
That's the thing, is that like, couple months ago, maybe I was like, man, I want to play a Fallout style game on my couch and just have some fun. And I was like, oh, well, there's nothing, I don't know.
Yep.
I didn't bother installing. I was going to play it on the deck. That's what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I didn't install Fallout New Vegas, because I have that.
Yeah.
So I didn't remember I had it.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to play Fallout 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't end up happening. And so this is kind of scratching that itch where I'm just like, oh yeah.
You can tell the Fallout, like, influence on this game big time. Like, as soon as it's like this time slowdown comes up, it's like, okay, here's VATS. Like, you can tell these guys did Fallout New Vegas or whatever. It's probably like more nicer that they didn't get to do like a Fallout New Vegas 2 and they had to do their own thing, because another Fallout game would just be another Fallout game.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like totally like different thing. I can't say totally, but like the sort of like story and everything is just like, it's just different.
Yeah. So also when I was playing, I'm like, this doesn't feel like the engine that they were using before. Like
oh no, God engine. No. And I don't think so.
They're using Unreal 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they'd use Creation Engine. No. I don't think anyone but Bethesda uses the Creation Engine.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be buggier and people just kind of walking into walls and shit.
I don't think I had any bugs, really.
No, everything looked great. People milled about, talked to each other, did what they were supposed to do.
Like, I didn't have anything that I think was like weird like that or anything. Yeah, I can't think of any glitches or anything. No one was walking in the ground or stuck in like a tree or anything like that.
No.
Oh no, I did. The cowboy woman at the Exiles place.
Yep.
I don't remember her name, but she was leaning, but she wasn't leaning on anything.
Oh.
She was just like doing a Michael Jackson, like just leaning back in midair.
Oh yeah, she's supposed to lean on that
the sign,
tipped over sign or whatever.
Yeah, she was like next to it, but not leaning against it.
Yeah.
And I was like, how are you doing that? What are you doing? So yeah, really enjoying this game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, maybe it's the best one we've played for GameClub.
Yeah, it's shaping up maybe to be like that.
Like I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy, but at the end of the chapter, I wasn't like, oh my God, I have to continue playing.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, I want to see where it's going, but I'll check that next time.
Yeah.
Maybe first Plague Tale, there was times where I was like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Second Plague Tale, no, not a chance. And Alan Wake, I mean, I'd already beat Alan Wake, so I knew what was happening more or less. So it was not like I have to see what's coming next. And I don't think we've played anything else. I think that was it.
Yep, I think that was it as well.
So
yeah, Plague Tale was like, oh my God, got to keep playing it.
Yeah.
But Plague Tale 2, not at all.
No, there was times where it got to like almost that point.
Yeah.
but then it would shit the bed again.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
There's hints of Isaac Asimov in this game that reminds me of iRobot and the Foundation series. I've not read either of those or watched the films.
Nope,
So
me
I
neither.
do not know. Who knows? So far it seems like all robots are very much robots, but maybe there's synths available eventually where you'll be like, "Oh, that's a robot, not a real person." The other thing I'm wondering about later is like, are there any non-humans in the game? Is everyone a human? Like, are there other aliens? I don't know yet. Don't spoil me. But so far, it's been just humanity, basically.
Well, it's something you could have discovered while you were playing the first chapter. There's something you could have seen, and you would be like, "Oh, interesting."
Like the Mantis Queen or something like that?
No.
No?
Oh, like non-humans, like organics?
Well, like sentient, like, like that guy's a Chewbacca. I mean, a Wookiee or whatever,
yeah,
you know?
okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I miss something?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I might have. I don't know.
It's a smaller game, so I'm thinking maybe it's save money. Everybody's human.
Yeah.
But
I guess we'll find out soon.
it's in outer space, man.
Yeah.
I see an alien like planet, plants and trees and shit. Like, where's the like people that lived on this planet?
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, highly recommend it. You should play it. Follow along. You can talk to us about it. We stream it on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook every Sunday, starting at 11 a.m. PST.
Yep. And make
Come
sure
through.
that if you want to join in this conversation with Game Club, that you interact with us live on Twitch and whatever, or you can interact with us on the Discord, and I will maybe be making a post in the forum about each chapter, and you can share your experiences there, and we'll read them out on the air.
That was made last night, so I don't think anyone had a chance to post anything on that.
No, I was trying to make it closer to it, so maybe Thursday, Friday, I'll make the next one. Just so people aren't going in there posting stuff that we don't want to read yet about spoilers.
Well, I'm not going to read it till we're on here anyways.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be spoiled. So. I think you can make it right now. Just don't look at it, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. You should do it. Play it. Replay it. Get ready for the sequel. Love Pavardi.
Love Pavardi for sure.
Exactly.
All right, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast.
Yes.
If you liked what you listened to, if you like us, and you want to support this podcast, patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Yep.
Get in there, support the Patreon, and get access to all the bonus content. Also,
do it.
Like this podcast on Apple, on Google. Share us with a friend. Leave us a review. Just tell us how we're doing.
Things.
Tell us how we're doing.
Yep. Tell us how good we are.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Yes. And we will then see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye.
Bye.